called Mr. Jojo Sande. I'm a teacher to Africa SS Mukono, and I'm grateful to be at such a great institution. I do teach senior 1, 2, 3, and 4, and I basically teach of chemistry and biology. But at this moment, we are trying to talk about project, of which is our main theme for today. And our main emphasis here is to sensitize the country about the importances of this project and how the project we are handling can help a society society problem. We have very many projects, of which one we thought wisely with the rest of the learners to come up with a project of drinkers. These drinkers are basically used to help farmers because majority of our country depend on what? Depend on farming. And one of the farming activity which is done is poultry. So we realize that these farmers, sometimes it becomes expensive for them to buy these modern made drinkers. However, with the use of plastics, we have found out that the plastics can be used to make up just homemade drinkers at low cost. However, when we are making those drinkers, again, we are trying to help up a society problem of one, poor disposal of wastes. For example, the plastics themselves. The plastics, when they are left to accumulate within the soil, they cause a lot of havoc to the environment. That's why we came up with this idea of making these homemade drinkers, which again are going to be used for helping these farmers to boost about their poultry. It works in a very brief principle. Just very few materials are needed. Materials like super glue, materials like the plastic bottles themselves, just enough. 2 plastic bottles can be enough for us to make this project to be sustainable. However, we encourage all the farmers to buy the idea because it takes them a very short period of time and a lesser cost for them to achieve the plastic bottles and to make the drinkers.
My name is Ogenrod Aaron Ramsey, Senior 2 South at Aldedo Africa Mukono. Right in front of us we have a water drinkler, or simply we can call it a water trough. This water trough is made with an aim of helping those ones who cannot afford to make the modified chicken drinkler, so that they can also afford and have it present at their home. We have this dish here. What is the importance of this? This dish, as we see, it is surrounding this water bottle, which the water is going to pour in this one. It's going to guard the water so that the chicken cannot step in it. So, what have we used to make this? What have we used to make this material? We have used a bottle, which you can see. We'll of course need water to demonstrate how this project works, and we have also created a hole in this. So our next speaker is going to come and explain to us how this works, which principle have we applied to make this? Because in our new curriculum, we are told to always put what we study in theory into practicals. So this is one of the principles which was studied, and we are here to exhibit it and show how it is important in the society.
My name is Kareko Alpha Godfrey, a Senior 2 South student in Aldedo Africa SS Mukono. So as previously mentioned, this is a chicken feeder, or as you can call it, a water trough. So as you can see, this water trough, it is made of various materials, as previously stated, mostly plastics. So in this competent-based curriculum, we majorly focus on project making and skill development among learners. And this is practically developing skills of various learners across the country, starting with us. I am going to explain to you how this works. So the first step is to pour water in a bottle. The bottle is sealed tightly so as to prevent the intrusion of atmospheric pressure, in that the pressure inside the bottle will be increased by the atmospheric pressure. So it is sealed tightly so that there is no intrusion by the air, which will cause an equal balance between the water that will be outside and the pressure that will be inside. Then, as you see this bottle, you will realize that there is an opening that is below, almost at the bottom. Now, as this water flows, you will realize that it reaches a certain point and it stops flowing. At this point, you will it is simply because that there is equal amount of pressure that is applied on the outside and also inside the bottle, in that the pressure inside the bottle cannot be more than the pressure outside the bottle. So it counterbalances and stops flowing. So now, since the water is there and it has reached a certain balance where it can no longer flow. Now, as the chicken are drinking, you realize that the water outside is being reduced. As it is being reduced, the pressure outside is going to become less than the pressure inside. So the water that is inside the bottle will apply a greater pressure and will continue flowing and replace the exact amount of water that has been displaced by the chicken.
The names of Nalwoga Teddy Nalmansi, a student of Our Lady of Africa, SS Mukono, in Senior 2 North. My main emphasis here is to talk about how we are recycling and reducing the rate of pollution, hence explaining the environmental factors and how it's beneficial to the environment. As you see, we have used mainly plastics here. Our main emphasis of using the plastics is that when people outside there get the bottles, they dump them around and they are easy to flow into water bodies or collide in an area and water flows, hence them attracting breeds like mosquitoes, bring out the outbreak of diseases. As the senior tools, we come out that these bottles can be recycled to reduce the amount of diseases like malaria, dysentery, and so on. We use these bottles to show others out there that they have an importance or a use, and to reduce the rate of pollution in our water, to reduce the diseases like cholera, malaria. Thank you.
So as we can see, our locally made chicken drinker, this thing can be improved and further expanded in that you can use a tank instead of a water bottle. You can also use a larger container, since you notice that this container is smaller than usual containers. So in case of large-scale poultry keeping or large-scale bird rearing, you can use a larger container and a tank instead. Thank you.